Some deep lyrical content there coming from Charles Niyama Mensah, aka Shatta Wale. Now in the studio, Kofi Asamoah will still start this discussion for me. Kofi, on the VGMA and the board's decision, what advice can you also give to them? Because we are also players.
Yes, Sammy, I think that there are two things involved now. I know that there is a court issue as regard their ban. And so there's the angle of the court and then there's the angle of lifting of the ban. I am not too sure how the two are linked. If they are, then it will be difficult for the board even to make any decision out of the court. That will be contempt. That's what I'm saying. But if they are not linked, if their actions in the issue in the court is directly linked to their individual actions, as in Stonebwoy and Shatta individually without any regards to Chatter House or the event, then I would think that before now would have been good time for the ban to be lifted. The last thing the board or the Chatter House or the VGMA want to do is to make these artists feel that their bans will be lifted for them to promote their event. It will be very dangerous. You mean
they should have done it before?
Before now. That's why I said that would have been the best. But to wait, I just hope that they will not wait till nominations close to end of the nominations or during the nominations.
For the nominations, we have just about 11 days and to end.
I'm just hoping that it's not going to be anywhere close to that. Or even the event for that to be announced. Then it would look like they would be doing it just to promote their event or just to promote the show, and that will be quite insulting. That is if the issue is not linked with the court ban and they have the ability as a board to make any decisions.
Now the issue is not linked to the court. I'm still trying to understand.
I know that
what happened was out of their conduct.
Exactly.
During the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards.
Yes.
But when it comes to the scheme talks about artists who have released songs within a certain period.
Yeah, but
and in this period, they also released bangers upon bangers.
That's good, but
so that is their music side. So what if, for instance, there is a management team handling their music side?
Sammy,
should they also be affected?
No, the reason I was saying that is that I know that Chatter House was a party to the court issue. Is a party to it. Either Chatter House or the VGMA. The event.
Hey, did I say George Queen? Chatter House and Shatta Wale, they have another court history. But
I mean that's yeah.
Yet the guy still was part of the event.
Let us even have this conversation assuming that Chatter House or the event have no relation or no link with the court case. Then I think that now would be good time. Now because yes, their conduct was a public nuisance. Their conduct was not the best, but their conduct also was not something that directly bore any info. It was not out of the happenings of the event. It was just two individuals who had issues that affected the event. And so I think for me, if the ban was going to be lifted before now was good time, because to wait and say you're lifting the ban, if you lift it after nominations close, you had better not lifted it at all. If you wait till getting close to the end of the nominations, then it means that you are opening up so that you invite them again, because once they are also in there, their fans and their supporters and everybody, so it's just going to be using them as a promotional tool, and that for me would not be too cool. I think that they have learned their lessons, and it was a good gesture to see them even come back together. That was the point. I was hoping that the board would say, because of the kind of remorse the two parties have shown, it would be good time to lift the ban and bring them back. But they didn't do that.
So they should have done that at that time.
Yes, that's what I kept saying that before now. So since they didn't do that, I don't know when next or when else would be good time to lift the ban on them. But if they have any plans whatsoever, it should be as soon as possible.
All right, thank you so much, Kofi Asamoah, for starting this conversation with me. And you can also be part of it. We are available on Twitter as well at Zylofon 1021. But then remember, the hashtag is still Showbiz Agenda, always leading affairs on Twitter. And you can also do so via Facebook. That is at Zylofon 1021 FM. Let's read your views, your comments as well. Yes, Mr. Stephen Meta.
All right, so I'm grateful to my brother Kofi Asamoah for starting this. You remember when we were doing the program and he said something that was wrong. You said yes, you've been forgiven, but every action has consequences. It has a repercussion, so you need to get a repercussion. There was a principle. There was a reason why the ban was placed on them. And Kofi Asamoah tried to say that, okay, it was not an action that was done because of the event, but because of their individual differences. I'm sure if somebody died that night, the person will not get his brother back or his sister back. If somebody got hurt, I'm sure the scar of that incident will still be on him. I believe we need to stick with principles in this country. They did something. The thing they did was wrong. For that reason, they are still in court talking about it. And I'm saying this not out of malice for Shatta or Sarkodie. I think principle or Stonebwoy. I think principles should be principle. If I say this is wrong, it should be wrong. And what have they done really for anyone, for all of us sitting here to say that they are remorseful of their actions and they won't do it again and all that? Why? Because they've done the song. They are about to do a song together. Because they sat in front of people where we all know that it was an act. People came together to try and make that happen. It didn't happen out of their own. Charlie, one person got up in the morning and said, Charlie, Shatta got up in the morning and said, okay, I'm going to see Stonebwoy and resolve the problem. Some people came together to try and make it happen. We all know some of the things that people did behind the scene to make that coming together happen. It wasn't a personal conviction that brought them together. It wasn't. That's not wrong. That's not wrong.
Kofi, that is right.
That's not wrong. No,
that is right. That is right. Kofi, don't argue. That is right.
No, I'm not arguing that it is wrong. That what he said. I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong. That people had to make it happen. But Sammy, it was a personal decision. If I want, when somebody mediates between two people, the two people must make personal decisions to allow the mediation to work. If Stonebwoy had a choice of saying that no, I don't want to sit with him.
What if they decided based on influence of something?
But it was still
it could even be commercial.
It's still
precisely
a personal,
because we all know
personal choice. Nobody was coerced. Nobody was forced.
It's a gunpoint.
You know, these are two matured adults. Two matured business people.
Sorry. I mean, if you say matured,
so
I don't agree. People who are matured will
okay. So at this stage, your mic will go off. Your mic will go off. Yes.
Kofi, don't say that. I mean, matured people don't behave that way. The way they behaved. No, they don't. Matured people don't behave the way they behave. Allow me to make the point.
Go ahead.
Allow me. I don't think that I have a personal issues with any of them. No, I don't. But I believe that, you see, in this town, when people misbehave, we all forget about and leave them to go because they have power and they have might and they think they can do what they want to do. So somebody has money, because he has money, or in some phone and cash in channel, no way, 1, 2, 3, but what the two of them did was immature, amateurish, was very, very, sorry to say, was very silly. Somebody could have lost his life out of that stupid thing they did, sorry. But then you are saying that we should forgive them because, why, they are big stars and what? So what? So if they have killed my mother or my father, or my sister was there, or my brother was there, or my sister was a police person there, you would have killed those two, my sister, and you would have gone. And you think I should have been forgiving them because now they are come together? What does that do to me? We all know the commercial engagement that some of these things happen for them to do that. So let's not talk about it the way they were talking about it. If they are supposed, if it was me, if it was a small young artist, would we have been sitting here talking about them? Saying, "Kola some phones are now." And Jabba Tanka said, "Don't we know a young TFN?" And I said, if it was maybe T-Flow and then one strong man, no better some phone. And Jabba Tanka said they should be forgiven. We won't say that. So if the thing is wrong, let's maintain the fact that it's wrong and let's keep integrity. What is wrong tomorrow, yesterday, let it be wrong today. Again, and yet, remember Tanka said because now they've come together and so we should forgive them. We are forgiving them, but we are saying that one, they were banned for a reason. If you allow them to come back tomorrow morning, there'll be another big two stars who will misbehave, who will have precedents to go to. Say that, oh, once Shatta Wale and Sarkodie and Stonebwoy did this, sorry, I keep bringing Sakode into this. Sakode will not do this thing. When Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy did this one, who would have they forgiven them, so they should also forgive them. Shatta House should know that they have principles, and whatever they do today will remind them and use it as a precedent to say that they should stop what they should forgive some other person tomorrow morning. So they should think about what will happen tomorrow. I think that this is the best example to set in this country, in this music space. Now, business now. Could you imagine the number of money people wasted because of that thing they did? Do you know how much people came there? Assuming the guy, let me know if this British commissioner who was sitting there, gun number 2, and according basically fire my befa. Papa do you know what would have happened between Ghana and Britain? Let's not joke with this thing. I says, if they do that, we all know what to do, because I think that it means that then we're not serious people as an industry. Let's maintain principles. I like Stonebwoy. I play Stonebwoy songs anytime I'm on radio. I love Shatta Wale. I play a song, but when they do something that is wrong, let's all tell them in the face that it's wrong. And let's not just say, oh, it's all wrong with you, because will come together. I show to the public, say, oh, they are together, and so.
Thank you so much. His name is Stephen Mensah, CEO of Coffee Men's Music.
But if you feel so, you better put
Zylofon FM.
School education be important, but me still I go fight for the paper. Another year to impress no hater. My prayer for the creator be favor. Today I just be poor, but
Zylofon FM.
See my later. I'm a but like the time, like the time.
Great delivery there by Shatta Wale on this song called Life Be Time. Arnold.
Yes, I mean.
And you know our feelings are not.
Charlie, I'm a gangster.
And you way my super no mundia ma gangster ba.
It's a feeling here different.
Okay.
Feelings here different.
Feeling here different.
Yeah, different. Now, Sammy, is former manager, Nana Blue, current manager. What's he saying?
Or say, we have forgiven them, but the repercussions. No. He didn't say that. He didn't say that. He didn't. No. Coffee.
Let me say it again.
Because
I'm saying
yes. Who explaining or they chow? You shouldn't be explaining.
No, I'm saying that.
Okay, he's speaking.
Like I said, when Sammy said so, Abbas, I won in or their channel, but you will still face the consequences.
Yes, I blasted him.
Exactly. So that's I'm saying that. Why on my bonnie, yeah, they are charm, but the consequence of their action need to stay.
That's what he said.
I don't think I said anything otherwise. Me catch on say if say or mobile left ban now, I was telling you when would be good time. That was the statement I made. I think say time about buying. I was some of the people who I was happy for it, and nobody in this country, not even a single person, condone what their actions. Nobody did. Into I think said they okay and I say long been away
and long. He's explaining factual points. No. Stop what you are saying. Yes, Arnold. Continue. Yeah. Link up records.
Very, very, very interesting conversation, especially coming from Ishen's former manager. I like his angle. Yeah. But you see, if you say they should face the consequences, for how long? For how long? Is it 10 years?
Say indefinite.
So good. That's where you even make my conversation a bit more sensible. Because according to Steve-O, should they lift the ban now? It will sound premature. And it will look as though they haven't been punished enough. So I wanted to find out from him what time would be appropriate for the ban to be lifted. Is it 10 years? Is it 20 years? Is that when he will feel that they've suffered the consequence enough? In the board's own, wisdom, they put indefinite. Indefinite sounds like, crazy. But the truth is, it's even safer. Because indefinite can be lifted anytime.
Yeah.
Either far future or near future.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So, based on that word or statement of indefinite suspension, it means that anytime they feel the people have suffered enough by way of consequences, they could lift the ban. So, if they lift it now, the board wouldn't be wrong if they lift it 5 years later, the board still wouldn't be wrong because they say indefinite. It doesn't say you're going to be banned for 5 years. Where if we come and sit here and say lift it now, you would say we are being unfair because the people in their own wisdom saw that what they did deserves 5 years of suffering or 5 years of facing the consequences, and we are now trying to curtail it by asking them to lift it when they've just done a year. But the people said indefinite. Let's just say when at any point in time they feel they need them to be back on, they could lift it. And I would suggest they faced enough consequence in the hands of VGMA and the board. If there's anything at all, fortunately for us, the matter is in court, so court can proceed and give them whichever punishment that they will feel they deserve, and that will even be more stringent as compared to what VGMA, because in any case VGMA cannot calm them in a room and say you can't move. Their freedom to move won't be curtailed. Their freedom to get to the studio to record won't be curtailed. Their freedom to even eat what they feel like eating wouldn't be taken away from them. But if the court, well, the matter is in court, so sure, I don't want to be prejudgmental. But if the court finds it necessary that they keep them in the coop, then that's even more stringent. So let's look at what the court will be doing more than what VGM. I feel once court has taken it up, VGMA can lift the ban and let the guys, feel free to do what they do.
Once the court has
court has taken it up, because that's where the meat is.
They are going to take the bigger decision or the better decision.
They are going to take the bigger, better decision. The one that to reform them or reform whoever is listening or watching what's happening, and not necessarily what VGMA would do or what VGMA board would do. Because truth be told, the VGMA board and the entire VGMA scheme is a business, and everybody wants forward movement for their business. Now, if you ask me, when the guys were picked up, from that time till now, the light on the conversations around VGMA has slowed down because the Shatta factor is playing against them, the Stonebwoy factor is playing against them. You need the numbers. Take it or leave it. If they are not included, numbers are going to be affected. Fortunately for us, we have the court who is dealing with the issue. So why don't you lift the ban? If you lift it, these guys will come together. They will play a role. Even if they do not actively promote VGMA 2020, VGMA 2020 will still have the bars because people would want to see their next move. People would want to see, would Shatta promote it, would Stonebwoy promote that whole, confusion, or should I say that whole
conundrum.
Oh, Chief Charles, around it will make the whole thing look good in terms of numbers. So lift it. Kofi made a very important point. The timing. Yes, if you lift it now, the whole thing will look like you are lifting it for them to promote your business. But the truth is, you are actually lifting it for them to promote your business. That's the truth. You are not lifting it.
And it's not as if they don't need it.
They need it.
They need it.
They need it.
We all remember that, I think during last year's awards, the CEO had a sit down with Shatta Wale.
Yes,
we were not too sure what they discussed.
Yes, I am.
But then as much as they've had that sit down with him, then it means that it was for the betterment of the scheme.
Even after he had played no sitting. So when they lift it, whether or not the guys actively campaign, their following will talk about it, and that will generate a different buzz or another buzz altogether for VGMA 2020.
Okay.
So I am going for lifting of the ban. Timing might be wrong according to Kofi, but when you think business and you think about the businessman as being selfish, when they lift it, they are going to get what they want. Because yes, if the businessman is selfish, whether you think it's a good move or not, I'm lifting it now so it can benefit my scheme. They will lift it. They should.
All right, thank you so much. Arnold Mason Levanyo, Vibes in 5, link up reloaded on this one. The Shatta and the Stonebwoy ban. What advice can we also give to the board? Now, I heard Robert Clark, he is the man in charge of public events, saying that until the board will be reconstituted, they don't even know what is going to happen. So they are waiting for the board to be reconstituted before they will take a decision on what will happen to them. But then I know as stakeholders in the industry, we can also put in our 2 cents, and that is what we're doing here on Showbiz Agenda. And like I keep saying, always feel free to be part of the discussion. On Twitter, it is at Zylofon 1021 FM, at Zylofon 1021 FM. Showbiz is Facebook Jata OTT me. Jata veje OTT nipa too much. Okay. Now, Lady Ref, Kasa. That time, Chumami Kasa, we import the phone.
Oh.
Momo kakra obejiti.
Brasame, look at Kofi. Brasame, you see what Kofi is doing?
Don't let him distract you. I beg you.
No, I'm not distracted. I wonder how long he will keep doing this.
Kofi, stop.
Because you've seen a lot of mountains.
She's enjoying it. That's why.
Okay.
You say,
Lady, go ahead.
Right. There's a principle that says that principles are the same, but the methods of applying that principle is different. That is the reason why when we say that a man will die, but how you're going to die is different. We all will not die the same. So your method of applying that principle is quite different. You find yourself with what you were doing, how you were doing, the business level, the moral level, the social level, and all of that before you apply a particular principle. Both were wrong. Two different personalities, two different temperaments. They lost it. We agree. Now, in as much as they have a band, we've been able to also make the matter go to court, which is actually the higher level of authority we have now. At the court, you can't easily influence the decision made there. But at the VGMA, we can easily influence the decision because at the end of the day, it's a board of group of people, which everybody will have their perspective. Let's bring them on, let's not bring them on. We got to vote, and majority would take the vote. If they say that let's bring them on, let's bring them on, if that is the vote. In court, we don't have that procedure. We are all just sitting back and hoping or praying that the court would even take it lightly on them. You know, and sometimes the longer your case take in court, it's quite dangerous because then you know that it might not come out to your favor. Now, VGMA, the boys were wrong. We lifted the ban. We've seen a principle of trying to discipline and setting example, and they were the best examples. For you to put a ban on this too, you got guts, man. Let me use Kennedy's, you got guts to do that. Because they got the numbers, they got the following, they make it happen. But for you to say indefinite on you, you've done it. The example is taken. It's history. It's written. We've learned from it. Because if you can ban Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, then you can ban anybody. Nobody is going to fool anymore. But you need the business aspect of what you are doing as well. Don't let it be too long enough for the boys to say that even if you lift the band, we don't want to be part two, because they also have a say. They also have a say. If you lift the band and they don't want to be part, what can you do about it? We are back to square one. They have a say. They choose to be part or choose not to be part.
Okay.
I don't know so much about Stonebwoy, but I know that there's a high possibility Charles will take that stand. Okay. You don't punish that guy by pushing him to the wall. Because when you push him to the wall, you give him more reason to succeed. When radio said he's that, he forgot radio and started using social media, built a strong following there, and before you realize, now we are rather going after him. Treat that guy is different.
He's a different guy.
He has a different mentality. Pain is not pain. Pain is strength for him. So don't prolong those stuff with him. We are done. It's enough. Let the court deal with it. Bring back the boys. But if you keep it for too long, the boys would say that they don't need it. And you will still be at a loss because you need their numbers to make your business. Okay. Can you just imagine who is going to buy a VGMA ticket this year? Who are we going to look at?
Oh, for VGMA, people still buy. that one, no argument.
I mean, my point is,
whether Shatta Wale
what are we going to do there?
We are still going to see other people, Sarkodie and co.
This,
especially when they hear the video will be coming. Chai.
You see, it's a fever. You can't bring the video all the time.
But I know
it will get off. It will get off. Now that we started having this, when you talk about
even when they hear party after party is coming.
Now that we started having conversation of Steve or Master, when you bring the Nigerian artists, the income goes. This small conversation is building the mindset of people gradually to understand how to patronize their own, how to save money, and how the Nigerians make money out of them. And they don't. We've seen videos where our artists go to Nigeria, Ghanaian artists go to Nigeria, and yet they don't even clap for them. They are all building on the minds of people.
Okay.
Do you understand? I always think that we think that people move with the flow, but I'm always saying that people are learning every day. There'll be a time that the things that you used to do yesterday that I think people will clap for you, they won't do that anymore. Because we are growing. Every day, the young is learning how to invest their money and everything. We need these two people. We need the business. We need the industry. It's part of it. Mistakes, right doing, and everything. We banned them for a while. They are in court. They are dealing with it. Let's lift the ban. Let them bring the arts and the controversy and everything. It's part of creativity.
Okay.
It's needed. So bring the boys back. If you prolong it and they say they are not coming again, the game will not be nice.
Bring back the love. That is what Ghana Premier League's motto is for this year. Same way, can we also start the hashtag Bring Back the Boys? Thank you, the lady, for this information. Mr. Che, Yanko, hard copy. Yeah, man.
Saba, for how many years?
Indefinite. A bit in 1,000, a bit in just 2 days. A bit in hours, and can you point here now? If free press conference, they could do film. Hey, I left you.
I like the point where
Steve Mason
was straight. Yes, stressing on. I mean, discipline, principle, on the side. It makes sense. I mean, if you're all looking at the bigger picture, it will really make sense.
The bigger picture.
Yes, it will always make sense. If you live in a principal country and an industrial, when you say their principle, I mean, everything will just move on. Whoa. And for me, I like that decision that Shatta House took to ban them. Look at Stonebwoy. Look at Shatta, huge brand. So for Shatta House to say, hey, you guys are huge, but yes, so we are going to pin you guys down and ban you. For me, that alone shows Shatta House did a good job by banning them. I'm a Ghana for the sake of African or be any because what they did was bad. Yes, but it was good. It was a good example.
Let me say many
because I know your background.
Oh, and my background is cool. Cool is my background. Apart from that, no background here. Oh, do you know why I said I was not enthused?
No,
the fact is that Charlie, attitude is different from our profession.
No, but
wait. Sometimes we just have to be careful how we do it. You see, sometimes someone called me and said that Kobe your friend a crown fat. And when I asked you, I thought you were going to deny. I said yes. I am not my brand, BB. You gave reasons why you don't pick such calls. So can we say if you are looking for the best blogger, should we judge you because you are not picking people's calls? We should judge you as not being the best blogger? No, we should look at your works. Yes, offer could be chair on far, but give him the job and the boy delivers.
That's an example. As a
Nyansani. As an example, Nyansani.
As a scratches also.
Oh, Kobiche, Asam Makano. No, Kobiche, Asam Makano. The people were accusing you. When you call Kobiche, he doesn't pick his phone. I asked you, you admitted, yes, Basam, it is true.
In this case, related to the Shatta and Stonebwoy.
The same way, they are good musicians. In the year under review, they've released good songs, hit songs, and we are looking at songs that came out in the year under review. Did they not release songs?
No, but then a man, you're banning your mono.
Some young foul call now, Obika, no. I might not see your mouth, you need a best blogger now. We need also.
Course, near to the end to me.
And then because attitude now. I want to person this attitude now. Say ye call, say ye too. None back off running the date end of Rabia no. And also
more the bro from confusing. What about for that? For me, I think say Shatta House almost idea because KBI just said men's kind of Ebianka T flow and I say your guys be Sebi or inquiry be a yanka we just overlook it. But a young penufon yeah na still I'm take this and say no. Let's pin them, let's punish them. For me, I really respected them from their quotas. Now indefinite. You can't indefinite. I said in the year I bet you punishment, you know. But time, you know, again, said I understand with Kofi. And they are not be chilling so can focus here. But time no. Say business. Who is to see Rebecca say hey. I don't have a problem.
What is wrong?
Rebecca say it's a much you can't do your hours without Shatta in stone.
Oh no, they've done it without Shatta for so many years.
Yes. Into no.
No, you see the awards. Let me tell you something about Ghana Music Awards. All the top 10 artists can even go out.
They can still do it.
Ghana Music Awards will still happen.
That is true.
On the day the girls will buy their tickets, they will go and slay. But then we are talking about works of people who need to be recognized.
Exactly, and the value. I mean, the investment, some of the achievement, the recognition. Yes. So again, let's look at the bigger picture.
Good.
Into your best Shatta House. Where your punishment na ye. Whether no cry na. I sure say by now, dear.
Year of return.
Yeah, left it band no.
Okay.
And let's add beauty to the ceremony.
Okay.
I mean, let's add some beauty to it. So for me, to conclude,
okay. Good morning to Mr. Robert Clark and the rest of the members on the board. So our final submission will be derived from the man Abbas Muiz from Create Concepts. Yeah, Abbas.
Brasami.
You are the final person to talk.
Please, do these musicians even value the VGMA?
Yes, they do.
What benefit that these VGMA over the years has accrued for these musicians?
Enough. A lot.
If it's still relevant to them, I think they should be asking for it. They should be requesting for it because they work over the years.
They should be requesting for the ban to be lifted.
To be lifted, yes.
Okay.
And we need to look at it from this point of view. As we are talking, there are legal implications, there are moral implications, and there were some national disgrace. I was in that auditorium, and I felt very, very bad on that day. I don't see the reason. I love Shatta Wale. I wrote piece about him and do a whole lot. But look, what will come to your mind and wake up from that back, come front, pick gun? You know, you were saying attitudinal. I was trying to make sense of it, actually. Like, then the best show will be more, you will say, want to do that. But, well, if VGMA is being organized by Create and I sit down, then, okay, in terms of, because there are road shows, they are going to be done. There are road shows. There are sponsors that we are going to be luring to come on board, and their business, which is part of it. If it's make money for me and I need to go beg Shatta Wale, beg Stonebwoy, and they are the keys to those money, I'll go beg them and bargain what they need to bargain. That is if the company I'm working with is the one doing this. Now, the new board will ask itself, look, what are the standards they want to set? What are the value? Last year and this year is the same. There's nothing around VGMA or anything that they've done within this period, apart from the public. We all know that there's a ban, blah blah blah. But what is the implication of that ban? What has it affecting their life? Shatta Wale still plays show, Stonebwoy still plays show. Both have their business endorsement and all those stuff. What does it affect? Nothing. To me, nothing. But if it will make business for me, I will go to them. Say, Master Shatta, Master Stone, come and play, come do road shows for me. And even I believe if the board will not add them to it, and I noticed the road show Stonebwoy was part, Shatta Wale was part, it was big. The sponsors were there, the numbers were there. If they are still not part, at the end of the day, because of the legal issue and some other issue we don't know about, and they can be part of the nominees this year, and it make business still for the company that is organizing this, they can still add them onto their road shows because show normal, events normal. They can still engage them. But if they think that they don't make value for them and they need to step out, bring other, turn the face. Maybe this year is the year of return for underground. Try to push artists that are not known, push them, push iLife big time. You know, do our own. And do the stage. Let's say this year their focus is on underground artists, using that platform to push and market. I think they will still use that platform to be able to push.
All right, thank you so much, Abbas Muiz. A man for some more band. Okay, yati. And also, now let me move on to Facebook to read some of your comments. Where Frank Somoa Ajako says timing should be a key factor if they want to lift the ban. I totally agree with Arnold's submission, but Arnold waiting for the signature move. Now Shatta Wale says if they are not part of the VGMA this year, I'm sure attendance will be very poor. Okay, Edward Basoro Ahanamao says the man who is just shouting for nothing should know that someone must always be a savior to others. That's why Jesus died for our sins. Stephen isn't making any sense this morning. Is he saying that because is it saying because he's too old he shouldn't be forgiven if he offends his wife? Free education will help. I see. Now Isaac Ajete says I'm just wondering who is going to win Dancehall Artist and its related awards, but I definitely think they should be left out this year's awards to complete the punishment. Philip Corsa says the ban needs to be removed because without them the awards will be boring and no one will not even go to the event. Skillful General says then you guys are hypocrites if you support the idea of removing the ban. 1000% Beam Native, but I also support the ban. Let's just maintain it for now, even if it will be forgiven later. Now Prince Minamino da Silva says they should lift the ban on them because with them, who are they going to nominate in the reggae dancehall category? Jibril Muhammad says, well, it is a cool idea because without them, the music industry itself is weak. So they are the pillars of GH music. And Kekelia Mekwese says, Brasami, they should be given the punishment, but Kwesi Mens also is talking as if he has some issue with Stone and Shatta. Stone and Shatta are big, whether we like it or not. Now let's see how they will do it without Stone and Shatta. Now Masop Suronipa says Ajinsem Ghana music industry, I can't advise grown men, real heaven knows. Talking about Ajinsem, I want to say good morning to Don Elijah aka GH Bedman. All right, so when we come back after Neil Lante's champion, we'll be talking to the man, D Crime, Dr. Crime. He is the doctor of all crimes. He is seated all the way from TEMA. Tell them music is alive. And I hear a Tema Music Awards was launched. Yeah, I hear there was a launch of Tema Music Awards. D Crime is the mayor of Tema Music. He will tell us more when we come back. But then this is a song coming from Neil Lante. It is called Champion. Stay.
Oh my God.